And now to get some more further analysis, joining us is Jaesung Hong, an attorney at the law firm JS Legal in Seoul. Welcome to our program. Now, beyond physical injuries, the mental harm caused by bullying is, of course, hard to define. So does that make it harder to legally protect employees?
There are concerns that the new law has some vague terms such as you pointed out, the mental and psychological injuries, but the law does not point to persons abusing their status or power of the recipients of the criminal penalties in it. Rather, the law imposes lots of burden, including criminal penalties on employers. If workplace harassment is reported to employers, they should probe it and take necessary proper actions, such as keeping victims away from perpetrators, not to work in the same place, or ordering disciplinary measures to perpetrators. And they should not give victims or reporters any disadvantages for reporting harassment. So the law intends to protect victims of harassment in the workplace within the frames of corporations or organization self-regulations with the power of human resources management, like disciplinary actions to perpetrators. And this approach is quite understandable, given that it is very hard to put on criminal penalties to perpetrators in case their harassments don't amount to conventional ways of crimes, such as assault, battery, or sexual abuse, because we just can't penalize every harassment. So instead, employers are given power to be reported of and investigate harassments and to take appropriate actions. By doing so, we can cover previously unprotected areas and don't leave victims unattended, avoiding criticism when we enacted a law that criminalizes every workplace harassment. And I expect that over time, cases will pile up and that they will give more clarity to employers whether or to what extent they should take actions.
Well, exactly, Mr. Hong. As you mentioned, this law just came into force this week, so it remains to be seen to what extent it'll help protect employees. Now, what do you think that this new law can teach other Asian countries?
In general, Asian countries focus more on groups rather than individuals compared to Western countries, I mean, in a broad cultural sense. And I don't imply or infer only negative aspects of it, but we can't deny that there are weaknesses in that. For example, people or organizations in positions of power tend to use their status or power to exploit or abuse the other side under their influence. Korea has even coined a word for actions like those. It's called 갑질. To eradicate or mitigate that kind of weaknesses, Korea put legal instruments in place to foster a culture for more rational and truly equal society. So I think that sort of preemptive actions by the law shed a light on other Asian countries while sharing lots of positive values common to Asian countries.
Well, Mr. Jaesung Hong, thank you so much for your insight. And now to the ongoing floods in